watching the award-winning GHS-TV, Germantown Community Television, your hometown news and information station. Welcome to another edition of Germantown Community Television's award-winning Access Together series. Informative, educational, and entertaining, our diverse programming lineup offers something unique for every viewer. Whether you want to keep up with the latest community news or learn how changes in the Mid-South and beyond affect us right here at home, these local programs keep the focus on you, the citizens of Germantown. Each show is hosted by a member of the community and produced using the students and facilities of Germantown High School's nationally renowned television station, GHS-TV. These programs are made possible through the combined efforts of the City of Germantown, Shelby County Schools, GHS-TV, and the Germantown Community Television Foundation. If you have any questions, comments, or program ideas, write us at the address on your screen or call 754-4788. You can also email us at ghstv17@aol.com. For more information about GHS-TV and our programming, visit us on the web at www.ghstv.org. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the following presentation.
Chamber Matters. I'm your host, Pat Scroggs, President and CEO of the Germantown Area Chamber of Commerce. During each show, we will take an inside look at the business leaders making a difference in our city. The Germantown Area Chamber of Commerce has existed for more than 37 years. Our staff, board of directors, ambassadors, and volunteers are all dedicated to creating a vibrant business environment through interactive partnerships with business, government, and the community. Today in our Business Leaders segment, we are going to meet Linda Lotz, Physician Relations Manager, St. Francis Hospital. And in our Difference Maker segment, we will meet Lee Fox, President of the Game Day Healthy Kids Foundation. And in our Up Next segment, we will discuss with Wendy Weskolowski, Regional Account Manager with AFLAC, our 22nd Annual Germantown Business Expo. All of these dedicated volunteer leaders are involved with ongoing activities of the Chamber. Joining us now is Linda Lotz, Physicians Relations Manager, St. Francis Hospital. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you on this beautiful day, spring day that we're having, right?
That's what it is.
Well, tell me a little bit about St. Francis Hospital. It's been around for a long time, so tell our viewers a little bit more about it.
It opened in 1974. It's the location on Park in Memphis. We have 519 beds. We do basically everything you would expect in a hospital except for burns and but everything else, no transplants. We don't do transplants. Sure. But we do open heart surgery, anything to do with cancer care. We have a dedicated floor if they need inpatient. Mm-hmm. We have radiation oncology services. The hospital has behavioral health services, so just a very wide range.
So you actually have most all the medical services expected in a general hospital then?
Absolutely.
Well, how large is the hospital? You have
519 beds.
Okay, well that's a nice size facility for sure. Can you tell me about at least one of the new exciting things that has happened at St. Francis this last year, perhaps?
Yes, we opened a new joint and spine floor. We are very excited about it. The response from patients has been terrific. What they did is they went in and they remodeled, and you've taken individual rooms and we've turned those into 18 suites. And that way you've got a coach or caretaker that has their own room. There's sliding doors between the two rooms, but the coach has their own TV and bathroom, because we know at night as the nurses are coming in and out to see the patient, the coach is going to need to sleep during the day. But what we've done is we've taken this floor and this concept before they have the surgery. They're educated on what to expect, what kind of things they're going to need after the surgery, and then while they're there, they get the individual care that they need.
Well, I know that that's very helpful for both the physicians and staff as well as the patients. I've seen the ads on TV about making an appointment for emergency room care.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, it's we call it In Quicker. A patient can go online. I know it sounds kind of strange. I've had a lot of questions about it, but they can go online and register at stfranciser.com. And this is for non-emergent. Urgent but non-emergent. If you're suffering, if it's a heart attack, if it's stroke, then certainly go straight in. But they go online, they look at the times available, and they fill out a short questionnaire that a nurse at the hospital actually reviews. And if the nurse feels that this is really urgent and that they need to come directly in, then they will call the patient. But they go online, register for a time. This way they can be at home. We really prefer to be at home when we don't feel well.
Absolutely.
And so this way when they get to the hospital, they will be seen within 15 minutes by a healthcare provider. And the fee for this is $9.99, so it's not expensive at all. But they register online and then come into the hospital.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic way to be seen, because absolutely, when people are feel like that they need to go to emergency room, they don't necessarily want to sit for hours and feeling so poorly.
Absolutely.
Well, I know, of course, health insurance is a big issue right now across the country. What type of insurance plans are accepted at St. Francis?
We actually have over 85 plans that are accepted at St. Francis, and these are all in-network. All of the large plans, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, everything basically that the other two hospital systems, Methodist and Baptist, accept, we also accept over at St. Francis. For example, the teachers usually have Cigna insurance, and those teachers can come and do, whether it's outpatient diagnostics or if they need to be admitted in the hospital, we accept their insurance.
Well, of course, we hear a lot of negative things about Memphis, and we hear some positive things, but one of the things is obviously over the years has been the weight of our citizens, and I understand that there's a program for weight loss patients at St. Francis. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, we Memphians like to eat.
Barbecue.
Barbecue, fried chicken, all of the good stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But we do have the Surgical Weight Loss Center at St. Francis. All the same insurances are accepted. We have 2 bariatric surgeons. Since 2003, our patients have lost a total of 100,000 pounds. So it does work. There are 3 types of surgeries. You've got the band. Yeah, you've got the band. You've got another procedure called the sleeve, and then gastric bypass. And something I think everyone will be interested to know is these are all done laparoscopically, and the patient stays one night and then goes home. With gastric bypass, there was actually a medical study that came out last month showing that it is the only cure for diabetes. We find that after a patient has had gastric bypass, whether it's a week or a month on out, these patients no longer need their medications.
So these particular types of surgery, then who does that type of surgery for people that are viewing this program?
Patients that would qualify, you can go on the internet and look up your BMI. So if your BMI is 35 plus, you've got maybe diabetes or hypertension, then you would qualify. Somebody with a BMI of 40 without qualifies. And what they do is they educate these patients. There are seminars monthly that the physicians themselves lead so that they can educate, what type of surgeries are the best and really inform the patient.
Right. Well, that's fascinating, and we certainly appreciate everything that you do for St. Francis. They're lucky to have you, and thank you so much on behalf of them being one of our chamber business leaders. So
well, thanks
you.
For having me.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break. When we return, we will visit with Lee Fox, president of the Game Day Healthy Kids Foundation.
More than 20 years, we've brought you quality programming. We're your hometown news and information station, Germantown Community Television. Our Access Together series puts you in touch with what's happening in Germantown, with programs that both enlighten and entertain. For hometown hosts, a hometown attitude, and a genuine concern for you, our hometown viewers, stay tuned to Channel 17 each week and weekend for a new Access program. Produced in the nation's #1 educational TV facility, the award-winning Access Together series. Only on the station that puts you first, Germantown Community Television.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike three. Wow. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world! Yes!
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, Germantown Community Television, your hometown news and information station.
Welcome back. Joining us is Lee Fox, president of the Game Day Healthy Kids Foundation. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you, Pat.
And we're excited. You've been a nonprofit of our organization, actually I think since about the time it was structured. So tell our viewers about the mission and the structure of Game Day, Healthy Game Day Kids.
I will, thank you. We opened in 2005, and we opened First Tennessee Fields on Germantown Parkway. Since that time, we have started a nonprofit foundation that Mark Neal started in 2007 to offer obesity prevention through the sports participation for youth. We hold Healthy Kids clinics for youth from the underserved population as well as throughout our community, and encourage them to make wise choices about what they eat and how much they eat, as well as encouraging them to stay active in sports at a young age.
And so the organization's history, give us a little bit more information about that.
Game Day Baseball, again, opened in 2005, and we host about 40 events per year, youth tournament events, teams traveling from all over the region to play ball in 3-day tournament events at the ballpark. We had over 100,000 visitors last year. This past fall, we introduced softball for girls. Our fast pitch program was kicked off in September. We ran 6 events, and we will draw on that success and carry softball into the spring and fall of this year as well.
Well, I know that before we knew about the foundation, we were familiar with the Game Day, and everyone thinks of the First Tennessee Fields. So now you're doing baseball, so can you tell us about the nationally recognized baseball program?
Yes, we will host for the 4th year the National Youth Baseball Championship. And of the 8 major youth sports organizations, their World Series champions travel to Memphis to crown a true national champion. That event will be in August. This is the 4th year. It is televised on the Major League Baseball Network and carried on MajorLeagueBaseball.com. The 8 organizations who make up the Major Youth Baseball Alliance represent over 8 million kids throughout America, and we had a team from Puerto Rico last year come and participate, and they will be here for 4 days, and it is some of the best youth baseball you could ever ask to see. Our inaugural year, the Germantown Giants participated and did quite well and represented the community so well.
Well, it's certainly impressive programs. Other than First Tennessee, what other organizations support and help Game Day?
Well, First Tennessee has been a great supporter for years. We have a great partnership with Methodist Le Bonheur Germantown Hospital. We have a great partnership with Juice Plus and AutoZone, St. Francis as well, Terminex, and we have many other supporters that come out and support or feature their businesses during our weekend events. So we've been blessed by great support through the Germantown Chamber as well, and we thank you guys for everything you do for us.
Well, thank you. Well, I also understand now Game Day is going to be managing a Germantown Parks and Recreation softball program. So tell us about that.
We are excited to work with Germantown Parks and Recreation to expand the exposure of girls softball in Germantown. We will manage leagues at Germantown as well as we will feature clinics and training for these girls in middle school as well as the recreational league. We had sign-ups last night, and I think there were more than 150 girls that came out for softball for the first time, in addition to the girls that had signed up that had played before.
That is so fantastic. Well, what type of impact do you expect where you would like to have on Germantown kids or children?
Well, we would obviously like to fill the fields every weekend with these girls playing sports. We want it to be at a level where anyone can participate. Through the association we have with the National Professional Fast Pitch League, they bring their all-stars to town, and they will offer clinics and camps for our girls so that they're exposed to not only collegiate sports, but also to the girls who have taken this to the next level and are playing professionally. They were with us last fall. They will once again come back and host a clinic. Last fall, the clinic was over 200 girls that were working hand in hand with these professional athletes. And the ladies that are part of the National Professional Fast Pitch, they came to Memphis and to Germantown and asked us what they could do for our community. They're making tour stops while they're here. They're reaching out to young girls to encourage them to take care of their bodies and to go the distance and to play the game as long as they can.
That's great. Well, obviously with both softball and baseball coming to town, all the numbers of teams, I cannot imagine from out of town. What kind of impact, obviously with being a chamber, do you see on jobs and tourism and visitors to our community?
Our 2010 operational impact, an independent study was done by Younger and Associates that showed us supporting over 195 local jobs, as well as over $7 million in visitor spending. Their lodging, they obviously frequent our great barbecue restaurants, as well as a lot of other community assets that we have to offer.
Well, and again, I think so many times the good works of all of our chamber businesses and nonprofits, the community is not always aware of all the great things that you do for our area. Just briefly, tell me about some of the other upcoming events that our viewers may not know about.
Well, obviously we would welcome everyone to come back out for any of our 40 events that we have planned at First Tennessee Fields. We will kick off this weekend. We had hoped to kick off last weekend, and it just wasn't in the cards with the weather. But we will offer weekend events out there, as well as we will have events that we run in Germantown so that you can come out and watch a great day at the ballpark just about any weekend that you have an opportunity to join us.
Well, thank you so much, Lee, for being on our show today, and wish you the very best in the season ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. We're going to take a break, but be sure to stay with us because when we return, we will talk with Wendy Waskowski about the 22nd Annual Germantown Business Expo.
Hi, I'm actor Jerry Mathers of Leave It to Beaver. Things have changed a lot since the days of black and white TV, but good values and doing the right thing never go out of style. That's why I'm working with the Partnership for Prescription Assistance to help people get the medicines they need. If you are uninsured and struggling, call our toll-free number or visit our website to see if you qualify. It's a free service, a free phone call, and in many cases your medicines could be free too. Remember, help could be just a phone call away.
Watching the award-winning GHS-TV, Germantown Community Television, your hometown news and information station.
I'm Pat Scroggs, your host, and you are watching Chamber Matters. The Germantown Area Chamber of Commerce offers many positive programs for its members and the public. Wendy Waskowski, Regional Account Manager with AFLAC, is here to discuss our 22nd Annual Germantown Business Expo. Good afternoon, Wendy.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
Thank you, and thank you so very much for co-chairing one of our largest event, and actually has been the largest for 20-something, well, 22nd years. And so it's quite an undertaking. So thank you on behalf of the Chamber.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, tell our viewers a little general information about this year's event and when, what, where, the time.
Sure. Like you said, Pat, this is the 22nd Annual Germantown Area Business Expo. It's going to be held Tuesday, April 26th. It'll start off at NGPAC on Exeter here in Germantown with our power breakfast at 7:45 in the Great Hall. Followed by that, then the Business Expo will begin at 9 a.m. and it'll run until 4 p.m. During that time, you're going to be able to see demonstrations and get information about area businesses. We'll also have an afternoon seminar too with Blair Ball about finding your way through social media maze. So we're excited about that.
Tell us about the businesses that generally participate in the Business Expo.
Well, what's great about our Business Expo is we really attract a wide variety of businesses. Because we are an area chamber, we find we have businesses from Germantown, Collierville, Bartlett, Memphis, just all the surrounding areas. But within the types of businesses that participate, that's also great because it's not just one particular type of business. We have small businesses, local businesses, we have large corporate businesses, healthcare is represented, retail, insurance, banking, just a really wide variety. So anyone who's going to come to the Business Expo will be able to find a lot of things there.
Absolutely. Well, obviously we always incur a lot of costs, so tell us about some of the major sponsors for the Business Expo.
Well, we are extremely excited about the sponsors that we have for this year. We have the presenting sponsor is AT&T, and they're returning from last year, so we're very thankful for that. Also returning from last year is our Silver Plus sponsor, which is Landers Ford Lincoln Mercury. The Power Breakfast this year is going to be sponsored by the Gardens of Germantown Memory Care, and Risa Redding will be speaking at the breakfast. The corporate table sponsors include Costco. We also have the Dream Ticket sponsor, which will be myself with Aflac this year, so I'm excited about that. Colonial Country Club, Dazzle, Germantown Frame and Rando Gallery, Chick-fil-A, Jason's Deli. So we have a lot of area businesses that have stepped up to the plate to help with this. We still have a few sponsorships available, so if a business is interested, please let us know. We can find something for them.
That's very true. Approximately how many attendees do you expect, and does it cost to come in and view all the expo vendors?
No, there's no cost to come to it. It's open to the general public. We have had thousands and thousands of people. I wish I could tell you exactly how many, but it's very full from the time we open at 9 a.m. until we finish up at 4 p.m. People are there visiting. We find that we have, of course, Germantown residents. They want to see about what new businesses are out there in the community. We also get local businesses that are coming to see who their competition is or who else is there. So it's just a wide variety of people that are going to come to the expo.
Well, you mentioned earlier about the Power Breakfast, and so you want to tell us a little bit about the speaker this year?
I'll be glad to. John Thompson is going to be the speaker at the Power Breakfast. That will start at 7:45. John is a local Germantown resident, and he's a hidden gem here in Germantown. He has, his background includes a military background from West Point. He's a global business owner. He has had different types of companies throughout his career. A lot of people will know him through the Wonders series that was here in Memphis several years ago, and there was a lot of different exhibits there, including Napoleon, the Imperial Tombs of China. And while there, he had an opportunity to go out to see the Titanic, and one of his most current projects is to locate and recover the airplane of Amelia Earhart. Like I said, John and his wife Susan are from Germantown. They have 2 children and 2 grandchildren, and we're really excited to hear what he has to say because he's led such a colorful career and all of his adventures. I know that everyone who comes to the breakfast will be very happy with his speech.
It will be very exciting. And then in the afternoon we have a seminar every year, and so you want to tell us, you mentioned his name a little bit earlier. Tell us about that.
Sure. Blair Ball is going to be leading our afternoon seminar, and that's open to the public, to the people that are also having a booth this year. And he is going to be teaching, talking about social media, and with all of the things that are out there with Facebook and MySpace and Twitter, and it can be really mind-boggling for a business owner to figure out how can they brand their business and how can they use the social media to their advantage. So he'll be leading an afternoon and seminar that will, help a business owner, kind of decipher through the different things that are out there, what's best for their business and how they can brand their business with that social media.
Well, then obviously we need businesses to participate.
Yes.
So tell us how a business can apply and how much it costs.
Sure. We try to make it as easy as possible for a business to participate in the expo. They can go on our website, www.germantownchamber.com. They can go to germantownexpo.com. They can call our chamber office at 755-1200. They can call me directly, 921-1876. For a chamber member, we do afford them special pricing, an 8x10 booth, the breakfast, different things is going to, it's a $400 charge. We do have some premium booth space available for a little additional charge. We also have special pricing for nonprofit organizations, and we still have some space available there. If you're not a chamber member, that doesn't mean that you can't participate in the Business Expo. We do have pricing for non-chamber members, and that's a great way to kind of try us out and see if that chamber might be good for you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Wendy, and we're going to have a great 22nd year, and so many expos across the country, they don't have the participation like we do, so it's going to be a banner year, so thank you again.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Thanks for being with us today for Chamber Matters. We appreciate our guests on today's show, Linda Lotz, Lee Fox, and Wendy Weskolowski. If you want further information regarding membership, please call us or look at our website, www.germantownchamber.com. If you're interested in the air dates of Chamber Matters or any other shows on GHS TV, look in the Germantown News for the programming schedule. Thank you again for joining us, and be sure to watch Chamber Matters again next month.